So, but I'm not
Did
positive.
he play Falco?
Anytime I've
forget.
seen Nut, I've seen him as a Sheik. But worth mentioning with Nut that at Adam Smash Series last night, he beat Sunsei in winners and in grands. He got 3-0'd in grands by Sunsei, and then in the second set was able to take it 3-2. So I think Nut's going to be feeling himself just a little bit, you know?
Also, like, worth mentioning, made top 100.
Yeah,
99th right now, so very, very capable player.
Absolutely. Also, just a very, very fun Sheik to watch, I feel like. Super solid, has very good like shield drop movement and platform movement, just in general. Definitely a Sheik, I think, that's kind of on the come up in general. And being able to beat a player like Sunsei twice in a local, you know, good on him, and I think we're going to be seeing more results like that in general. Decoste, though, going to be having the home crowd advantage. We were talking about it earlier. Decoste, an Oregon guy, and you know, this is a tournament where they can maybe be turning some heads.
Yeah, right now, I don't know if it's nerves or just kind of like a bit of a skill gap to start. Some of the decisions they've been making, or he's been making, have been a little strange. Like there was a moment earlier where he went for a tech in when, like, if he teched away, there was no kind of way for not to follow up. Are the things flipped?
Yeah, they are flipped. It's just getting fixed now. But yeah.
So, but on the flip side, no pun intended, Decoste's had some very interesting kind of punish extensions which I really like. Again, they're waiting for the get up. So I don't know. Some players take a little bit to warm up, you know?
Yeah, totally. Able to kind of clean it up, though. You know, was able to get that Sheik kill, even though Sheik was at that kind of the Marth-ritis %, right, where it gets a little bit harder, but up tilt will do it. Oh, that was a beautiful little sequence from Nut there. Just kind of able to turn around and weave in and out of that Marth aerial range, getting around that neutral air.
Absolutely. I feel like despite being kind of the critical commentator, you know, who's not in whatever phase of the tournament that this is, and clearly not able to take Nut as far as Decoste is taking. Decoste's punish has been very, very solid.
Yeah.
The flowchart has been very, very clean. The way he's approaching the platform tech chases have been very intelligent. So pretty impressed so far.
Yeah, and this will be a big, big stock to clean up, and Decoste just sends him to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, yes, very true.
Says, you might be Yugi Moto, but I am Seto Kaiba.
That's got to be.
Is that actually good? I don't actually.
Yeah, you got it.
Did that work? Did that play?
That anime got to be the weirdest anime hair, even by anime standards.
What about Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z doesn't even come close. Like, have you seen Yugi's hair? Is the most like whack haircut I've ever seen. And like as a kid, it's almost appealing because you're kind of like, whoa, what is this?
My God.
Like, but yeah, like Yugi's hairstyle just that's from the Shadow Realm. Seeing a little kind of like forward smash happy play from Decoste, but
yeah, and it cost him with that double needle from Nut there, just saying, I'm not letting you get any higher, right? I think that's a big thing with needles, is that needles really prevents you from moving up. It's a big thing with it. And so being able to throw those diagonal down needles and just saying, no jump, no up B, you've got to go further lower, really puts Sheik in that advantageous position. And able to clean up stocks really early if you're able to hit the right angles.
I'm sensing a bit of eagerness to take the stock from Decoste. You know, like, you start to see players rip forward smashes a little bit too much, kind of go for certain out-of-shield punishes where they're really hoping, like, I just want to kind of end this and kind of reset to the next stock. And if you're a sharp player like Nut, you can kind of have an eye out for that. Like, okay, are they a little too trigger happy? Are they kind of like forcing it a bit too hard, and what can I do to kind of leverage that?
Yeah, and something I noticed a lot with Nut last night in Adam Smash Series was that Nut is a big fan of Nair out of shield and like really finding good spots to Nair, and it really came up in the Sunsei set a lot of just being like, this is unsafe pressure, Nair out of shield. And that was what actually ended up winning that last game for Nut, not Decoste there, but it's interesting to see how it actually comes to play in a Marth matchup instead of a Spacey matchup where you're kind of used to Spacey's being a little bit more on top of you, right? If you're hitting nairs out of shield, usually it means the Marth has like kind of got an opportunity to probably like grab you or like do some sort of kind of better option than what is actually going on if they're doing like a tight little aerial there.
No, absolutely. The whole sequence that cost the stock there, again, no pun intended. There's something about cost as a word, but was like a grab that just never really felt like it should have missed in the first place. So like, kind of would love to see the replay on that. But yeah, and now it's cost. Okay, gotta get the block. There was a price to that. To that missed grab. Kind of evening things out in a big way. Really like the CC F tilt there. Covering with the forward air is nut and not able to close it out though. Good shield from decoste.
Could be able to here though. These needles hit and just holding the ledge will do it. decoste got to dig deep.
Yeah, definitely tricky. This is kind of the opening you need. Should be able to leverage at least a decent amount. Wow, what a tech.
Nice little ops attack there for sure.
Again, these are the kind of situations, I say this all the time, but like defensive play is kind of like what wins a lot of games in Melee. We saw a situation where decoste had an opportunity to get like a lot of percent, went for like a pretty creative punish option.
Ooh.
And yeah, beautiful forward smash, and Nut kind of took that situation away from him. So defensive play matters so much at all levels of Melee, but especially the higher levels like what we're seeing here.
Yeah, great little neutral interaction there by decoste, just dashing back away from that dash attack, which, you know, it's about this percentage where, you know, you're going to see Sheik going for these dash attacks to set up for forward airs just like that one. Good little way to dodge the needles, but not able to really find an opening to be able to up you on a stage or find the sweet spot before Nut could actually grab the ledge.
I've still been pretty impressed with the way decoste playing. You know, I kind of like early on was a little bit critical of like just one kind of mistake, but otherwise I feel like I've really liked the way he's approaching it.
And Oregon trying to power up their boy here, you know, they
a big dash attack.
Feel the momentum swinging potentially in decoste's favor here. This would be a huge win to be able to go to game 3. Carry some momentum. Doing a great job so far, tech chasing with these down airs.
I really like the way decoste plays platforms too. Generally speaking, like you see a lot of sort of like,
oh, this tip or miss might cost everything here.
I believe that was an intentional miss tech. It looked like Nut wasn't kind of expecting that, was going for the tech chase. Obviously possible that it was just a mistake. This could be it.
Oh my God. Wow, what a weird interaction there. The stage spike on the Sheik up B just sends decoste down. I felt like we were all the Melee crowd.
To see it. Yeah, yeah, that's painful.
Yeah, you can see even Nut walking away, just a little, you know, scratch in his head.
Okay,
I guess I won the set.
Yeah.
Like, not how you want it to be, but sometimes, you know, we play this game to see things we've never seen before, and it's not always pretty.
It's definitely not always pretty.
Not always pretty. But